Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we're talking about the top 50 most played games for the month of March. Now this has been in 2024. We have 3 new entries that came out in 2024. We have some games that dropped off which have been on a long time, such as Dominion of 45, Marvel Champions at 42. Let's wait for another expansion. I'm sure it might pop on the list again. Jaipur at 47 and Dwarf Romantic the board game at 48. Now you might have noticed I'm wearing a different t-shirt. I actually have been wearing this for quite a few months, but it has been winter, so I haven't been actually having it on camera with some of my games behind me. So these are some of the games coming to the channel, some of the games already on the channel. Aside from that, obviously you can see on screen some games that I've already still have as well. So by all means, just search them online, just Google AmassGames and any of those titles and you should be able to find the videos. If you can't, please let me know, the comments are best in YouTube. So in terms of the t-shirt, check out my interviews on this channel and you can find out more about where you can get this t-shirt from. So like I said, we have 3 games that came out this particular year, 2024, and 9 from the prior year. So let's start off with what came in at number 50. So this particular game happens to be Take That, or Zergsnimt is what many people seem to call it. This is by Wolfgang Kramer, 2 to 10 players. I've talked about this on the channel before. For most of what I'm talking on the channel on this particular video, I won't be talking to you how the game plays. For any of these games, you can check out the podcast. That is where I do talk about it. That's where people have said they like to hear about the description on what these games are about. But it's up 3 positions. It's the 5th highest new entry. The highest ranked, by the way, has been 8th. Catan, well, this is another kind of good old pedigree, down 3 positions though, and it's the highest rank on this list has been 13th, and it's got 102 months in total on this list. To have interest in Take That or Zergsnimt, it is 39 months. Okay, in at 48, we have got Obsession. So most of these games, all these so far, have been on Boardgamearena. The next game hasn't been though yet. I'm not sure it will, to be honest, but we'll see. It's the 4th highest new entry, and yes, it is. This is Obsession, which apologies, we are out of shot. This is 47th. It's the joint biggest faller, but 48 for some reason is not on here. Here it is. Don't have them there. Is June Imperium Uprising. So 4th highest new entry, up 152 positions. I reckon this could well eclipse June Imperium on here, which may be on this list, and I'm just thinking that lots of people haven't played it yet. I had a chance to play it at Hexacon 2. Hexacon 3, by the way, will be out in October, and I have a feeling that people are telling me it's a bit more complicated, but it's a better game. So we've talked about Obsession. We're now to 7 Wonders Architects, up 3 positions. This was played weekend before last, where I was at someone's house. We had 14 people over from Thursday to Sunday, and in at 45 we have got Scythe, down 1 position. At 44, Can't Stop, down 3 positions, 2nd most plays per player, and then It's a Wonderful World, no change. 42, it's the 3rd biggest faller. We have Ticket to Ride there, and then we've got Welcome to, down 1 position at 41. Planet Unknown, I've actually finally won a game on Boardgamearena, down 6 positions. I do really like this game. Actually, the place I was at 2 weekends ago, I actually have played it, although it was at my place, and yeah, I do look forward to playing it again. I did enjoy it. Although at higher player counts, I'm not sure how much I would be keen to know how much I really want to care about somebody else's board. That's one downside, I guess. Not that it's a huge criticism, but it is something to be aware of compared to other games whereby you play a game for 80 odd minutes and find out that you've lost because you haven't been paying attention to something, and sometimes that is quite important. However, the colour schemes aren't bad, but you need to worry about some majorities and stuff. So Root, down 1 position, 39. More videos by Leader Games on the channel too, including Root, as well as Fort, and I've got more stuff coming too. So we have 7 Wonders, down 6 positions. Now remember, it doesn't include the 2nd edition, which is not included in this top 50, just it's a bit more convoluted and how to do it, but it would be a lot higher, but I've mentioned that before. Then Nar is the 3rd highest new entry. Now this has been on Boardgamearena, which might explain it, although I think it's the expansion that's done that. Ticket to Ride Legacy of the West, unsurprisingly, it's down 11 positions. It's the joint biggest faller. I think people aren't really going to stay on this list much longer. Highest rank has been 23, and especially with the summer months, I have a feeling it's not really going to stick along for long. Then we've got Star Wars Unlimited. So this is by Fantasy Flight. It's the 2nd highest new entry, and it's the most plays per player. This is a system kind of game. I've looked into it a little bit. I don't know much else, but especially if it stays on this list next month, I look forward to telling you a bit more about it. Ticket to Ride Europe, down 6 positions. Now, as always, slow the video down if I'm talking too fast, but Brass Birmingham, no change. Least plays per player, 32, down 1 position for Space Base. And then we've got King Domino, down 2 positions, 3rd least time spent playing. And then we've got Faraway, 3rd highest riser. Check out my video for Faraway. As mentioned before, this is the standard edition, the red box, but I have got the blue, So I've got the green Endless River box because the blue had already sold out. Trio, it's the highest riser, up 21 positions. This is on boardgamearena. Didn't like it much, it's memory in it. I actually finally have won at it after a few attempts because it's not very clear online. Just trying to memorize what cards are there and then trying to figure it out. But again, more stuff is on the podcast, so just Google AmassGames podcast, especially on Spotify, Apple, and various other places such as Overcast and Android podcasts. Third most plays per player. And then we have Sagrada, which happens to be down one position, and that happens to be the third highest rank. Actually, the highest rank we've ever had is third. Check my video for that. I've got expansions to show you and promos as well. Mlem up 3 positions. I don't know if this is really going to hold on, not in my opinion. But check my Reiner Knizia playlist. Just one, no change, second least plays per player. Mentioned this game a lot in the past. So obviously we're now into the top 25, the top half of that list you might want to say, of this top 50. It's the Castles of Burgundy down one position. I'm wondering if that's being affected by the special editions, etc. that are out there. Patchwork down 6 position at 24, 23 most time spent playing, down 3 for Spirit Island. I think that would be interesting to know if it's solo play that's really causing all that. I'm sure it must be for that particular game. The White Castle down 3 positions, and then we have Earth, which is at 20, which is out of sync slightly, but that's up 1 position. There's some special pieces out for it now. And then we've got Everdell. I've got more stuff to show you about the Collector's Edition, which I've got just up here. It's got back in the box again. Third least plays per player, up 1 position. Then Veil of Eternity, which I didn't get on well with initially. It's like a lighter version of Seasons, which I still haven't fully grasped, but I've really got to like it. However, I've played it on boardgamearena. Check out my boardgamearena playlist, and I've really got into it. It's been very nice to play, up 57 positions. At 18, we have Carcassonne down 1 position. I've got various, such as the 20th anniversary edition, to show on this channel too. Splendor down 3 positions at 17, and then look, Splendid Jewel. It is in at 16. It's the biggest fall in players, and I'm not doing as well as I thought I was at Splendid Jewel. And then we've got the Quacks of Quedlinburg up 1 position, second least plays per player. At 14, Wormspan up 1 position. We have got Forest Shuffle averaging 3.1 plays per player. Wormspan is only at 1.7, second biggest fall in players. Okay, and now up to I don't know what's going on. We're really out of sync here for some weird reason. No change for Seven Wonders Duel. It is up 1 position. That was actually 11, and Sky Team has back here again. Second biggest gain in players. It's the second biggest riser. And then in at 10, we have got Lost Ruins of Arnak down 2 positions. More stuff coming to the channel I've got to show you for Lost Ruins of Arnak, so hang around for that. Obviously like and subscribe and share. Third biggest fall in players. And then Scout up 1 position, least time spent playing. And then we have got Sea Salt and Paper down 2 positions at 8. Terraforming Mars, third biggest gain in players, third most time spent playing. Dune Imperium, we have got the biggest gain in players, so maybe people are just wanting to get back into it. I'm hoping they wouldn't be using some kind of deck from it and logging the plays twice. And then we've got Heat Pedal to Metal, no change at 5. Had a chance to play it on the weekend, didn't. I was playing a different game which was called Unsettled, which you can see pictures over on Instagram. Cascading, no change at 4. 3, we have got the game Azul. I've got the first edition, hence it's saying Plan B, and no change with the cardboard tile, which also now is the other one. No change for Wingspan at 2, and then Arc Nova we have, unsurprisingly, again in at first place. So that's it. It's the second most time spent playing as well, by the way, for Arc Nova. Now there is that expansion. I don't know if there's a second one. I'm sure there will be a second expansion if that hasn't been announced already. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Speak to you again soon for the month of April 2024. Back to the table.